Hey Michael, what are we going to eat today?
Today we're going to make a ground beef baked Wellington. Let's go ahead and get this thing started because I know she's hungry. All right, what we have here is 1 pound of ground beef that we've put in our pan here. To that we're going to add 1 egg. We're going to do half a teaspoon of black pepper. Half a teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. Two tablespoons of crackers. Mom was nice enough and minced that up for us. And then we're also going to add 1/4 a cup of grape juice. If you don't want to use grape juice, you can always use a nice red wine. And we're just going to kind of mix that together. Once you get that all mixed up, we're going to set this off to the side. Now over here in our saucepan, we're going to place 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to let our butter melt. While the butter is melting, I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of heavy cream into our meat mixture. And we're just going to mix that up here real quick. Alright, now over here in our saucepan, as our butter is melting nicely, we're going to add 2 garlic cloves, 1/2 of a small onion, and 4 ounces of sliced baby bola mushrooms. And we're going to cook those until they become nice and soft. Alright, let's begin to soften. Now we're going to add 1/4 a cup of grape juice and half a teaspoon of fresh basil. And when we reduce this, we kind of want to make this into almost like a, not quite like a paste, but a nice spread. Now we reduce this by a lot. As you can tell, there's not a lot of liquid left in it. So once you get to this point, we're just going to take it and we're going to set it off the heat and let it cool for a few minutes. Alright, don't comment about my squares. I didn't quite give them squares, but we've taken some puff pastry here, sheets, put a little flour on the counter, and then we've cut them into 4 squares. We're then going to take our mushroom mixture. I'm going to place in the center of it, on the very bottom. If you like these recipes, please take a moment to like, subscribe, share. We would really appreciate it. The more interaction you give us, the more that YouTube will show our videos to everyone. Alright, once we get our mushroom mixture to the bottom, we're going to take some mozzarella cheese, some shredded mozzarella. Just put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top of that. And I realize it's not the same amount of sauce on each one, but that's just because, you know, I didn't cut them all the same size. Alright, then we're going to take our ground beef. We're going to divvy it up into 4 equal amounts and place on top of our cheese. Once we get our ground beef on top, we're just going to stretch these around. Kind of pinch it all together so they're nice and tight. If you need to, you can use a little egg to help hold them together. We're going to stick them on a baking sheet. Upside down, facing the top. Once we get on our tray, we're going to just put some little slits in the top of them to help air escape. Then we're going to brush the tops up with some heavy cream. You can use egg if you choose. It's going to help the browning process. We've preheated our oven to 400 degrees, and then we're going to bake this between 30 and 40 minutes. All right, there we have it. A little bit of the fat came on the top. Where the holes are for, that's what they're for. But here we have a delicious hamburger beef Wellington.